Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, but this time this is not the typical generation math with me, Teacher Jen, but this time we will be having different topics about financial literacy. So, being a teacher, being a public teacher, it is very important that you get familiarized with these terminologies, but please do not put into it or avoid this stuff. Okay, so what are those? First is what we call 5-6. Okay, so are you familiar with 5-6? When we say 5-6, for example, you lend a particular amount of 500 and you will pay for that amount, you need to pay it 600 pesos. Oh, so meaning to say, there is already 20% interest in your principal amount. Okay, so please, as much as possible, if you can avoid it, avoid it. Second is the ST. What do we mean by ST? ST is an emergency loan to a particular person. For example, you need 500 pesos in just 1 week and you will have your money to pay for it. For in the span of 1 week, you will pay for 600 pesos. So this is worse than 5-6. Imagine your money, you lend 500 and then after a week, you will pay for 600 pesos. So, it's a no-no. And then next is the special discount offerings when it comes to different stuff like cacerola, microwave, furniture, cabinets, and others. That seems appealing that you have a big discount because, for example, you will get the product on January and you will start paying it on June. But for example, the amount is 2,000 pesos in a supermarket or any outlet that you can buy that product. But then you will start the payment from June to 1 year. You will pay for 5,000 pesos. So why not save 50 pesos a day or per month, and then after that, just buy it on cash. Okay, so and then of course the last one is what we call sangla ATM. Okay, so when we say sangla ATM, somebody will get your ATM and that person will withdraw your money. So it's very sad, right? So it's very sad that somebody will withdraw your own money in your own ATM. So please, teachers, avoid sangla ATM as much as possible. I am not saying that I don't have loans, but I see to it that when I do loans, I see to it that I also invest some of my money so that I could earn extra income aside from my salary. Okay, so but then of course some teachers have their own reasons why they are loaning a lot or applying for a salary loan. So let us categorize these reasons. So the first one is because they want to to support their the education of their children. So let us check how reasonable it is, or how reasonable the different reasons why they are loaning a lot from different agencies. Okay, so the first is to support their children in their school. So I think that is reasonable. Second is because of the payment of the housing loan. So it's very hard to be homeless, right? So I think that is also reasonable. Okay, the third is because of travel or leisure. Okay, so as teachers, we have our schools outing. So using different funds that is applicable. So I think there are also some agencies who provide that kind of team building. But then if you are traveling or having some leisures through your own pocket, please avoid that, because I think that is not a reasonable one to be the reason of why you do some loans, right? And then the fourth one is because of postgraduate studies. So as teachers, we need self-development or professional development, and when there is a chance to be promoted, it is very important that we have our master's degree or doctoral degree, because that has a way in the pointing system. But so therefore, I think because of postgraduate studies, it is also reasonable to do some loan. Okay, and then the fifth one is because of the cost of living. Okay, so why don't you just cook for your family at home, so that you could have some bondings or have fun while cooking some stuff like spaghetti. So if you keep on buying fancy food or pasalubong for your children or for your family in the mall, so it is much expensive rather than just cooking at home, bonding with your family. Okay, so I think cost of living or high cost of living could be minimized, so that you could able to avoid doing so many lots of loans. And then the sixth one is because of the extended family. So I am not saying that you will not help your extended family, but give as a saying goes, teach them how to fish. Okay, so don't just give them fish, because if you keep on doing that, they will just keep on asking for your help. Okay, so and then the last one is the other emergencies. So you need to classify what are the emergencies. Is it a matter of life and death? Okay, so if you think that that person who asks for your help really needs your help, you do it. But if you think that they can do it alone, let them solve their own problems. Okay, so anyway, you're not an ATM machine where they can just withdraw the money that they want to have, because you are a teacher. Okay, so those are the common reasons why teachers make some loans in different agencies. So we have 7, and categorically we only have 3 reasonable. What are those? To support the children for their studies, and then second, payment for housing loan, and then third is the postgraduate studies. Okay, but the remaining 4 can be minimized. What are those? The high cost of living, and then the travel and leisure, the helping or extending family support, and then the last is other emergencies. Okay, so but then guys, there are so many reasons, or there are so many ways on how to help increase or have extra income. So make sure the following that I will be giving you are some tips that can be useful, so that you could earn extra money for your living. Okay, so the first is, why don't you do buy and sell or online selling? So when you buy a product and then you do the markup and then sell the product, so as easy as that. And then you can also be an agent in an insurance company. For example, Film Life, because I am an avid fan of Film Life. And then what else? Other insurances, even the St. Peter plan, you can do that. If there is an opportunity to be an agent of a real property or real properties like in subdivision, please do so. Or you can also provide services, like for example, as teachers, we can do tutorial services. Okay, so but for example, you are very good in research, you can also provide assistance so to those who are making some research. So there's a lot of ways on how to earn extra income. But then there are also some ways on how to cut down your expenses. What are those? First, turn back those opportunities or loans that can be done even if you are not even if those loans is not actually needed. For example, there is an emergency loan that is available in GSIS, but actually you are not needing that loan. So why will you do the loan? So for example, when you do that loan, you will pay for the fare, you will pay for the leave, okay, and then you will make pasalubong with your family. So therefore, there is an extra expenses incurred because you do that particular loan even if you don't need it. Okay, so make sure that when you make some loans, make sure that you think twice or even thrice, so that the amount that you have loaned will be used in investment or in business or something that will give returns to you, or that will supersede the interest that will be incurred in that particular loan. And then next, avoid too much comradeship. Okay, so good communication or camaraderie relationship with your colleague is fine, but when somebody is selling something and you don't have any money to pay for it, learn how to say no. Okay, so it is not okay to just get anything that somebody is asking you to buy for. Okay, so for example, your co-teacher asks you to buy this thing, but actually you don't have enough money to pay for it. So learn how to say no in a very nice way. Okay, so maybe next time if you have available cash. And then last one is, if you can find somebody or friends, real friends, where you can lend some money. But remember, make sure that you will pay for the particular time when you promise to pay the loan, so that that friend of yours will not ruin the friendship that you have, because it is very important. Okay, so again, how can you eliminate, or how can you try to lessen the expenses that you have if you don't have the need to make emergency loans or other loans? Don't do it. Okay, the second is avoid buying anything if you don't have money to pay for it. Okay, and then third, make extra income. Of course, it is very important. And then fourth, find a real friends where there is no interest for a particular money instead of doing 5-6 STs. Okay, so I hope you guys learned from this video. Please subscribe and like my videos. Okay, so I hope you learned a lot. It is very important that in our retiring days, we could able to enjoy our retirement benefits. Okay guys, thank you teachers.